This video is going to show you how to format an annotated bibliography according to MLA style 9th edition. An annotated bibliography is a list of sources on a particular research topic. The list of sources could include a list of books, articles from web pages, articles from magazines, newspapers, or journals. It could include videos and other types of sources as well. Each source needs to be listed and cited according to the rules and guidelines of a particular citation style. The most common style is MLA. The appropriate sources depend on your particular assignment, so be sure to check with your professor. In addition, the annotated bibliography is not just a list of sources. Under each of the sources, you will need to add an annotation. An annotation is a short description of a source. The annotations can be written as phrases or sentences. In these phrases or sentences, you will briefly describe what the source is about and evaluate the source. The length of the annotation and the type of information that each annotation needs to cover depends on the assignment, so be sure to check with your professor on how long each annotation needs to be and what kind of content the annotation needs to have. Let's explore the sample annotated bibliography on the screen. If you're familiar with MLA style, you will notice that the basic formatting of the page is the same as a regular MLA style essay. It has 1-inch margins all around. It has double line spacing. The regular font size and style are used. It also contains the student's last name and page number on the top right corner of every page. The heading has the same elements. It has the student's first and last name, the professor's name, the course, and the date. The title is centered and it is listed as Annotated Bibliography. The rest of the contents include MLA style citations for each of the sources, including the hanging indentations. Under each citation, we find the annotation. In this example, the first sentence summarizes what the source is about, and the second sentence evaluates the source or describes how the source is relevant to a particular research topic. In most cases, the annotations need to be brief and should not be longer than a paragraph, unless a professor has other requirements. Be sure to follow the specific guidelines for each assignment. The annotations are further indented under the citation. The rest of this video is going to show you how to format the annotated bibliography according to MLA style 9th edition using a Google Doc. Open up a Google Doc and first go to File, Page Setup, and make sure that it is set up as portrait and that it's set up as paper size letter and that the margins are set to 1-inch top, bottom, left, and right. Then change the font. The recommended font is Times New Roman, size 12. Next, we're going to add the last name and page number on the top of every page. To do so, we're going to go to the Insert menu, select Page Numbers, then select the first option that lists the page number on the top right of each corner. The cursor is listed on the right of the number. Move the cursor to the left side of the number and add your last name. Then press the spacebar. Press the Escape key to exit the header section of the document. Now let's set up the double line spacing. To do so, from the toolbar, click on the line and paragraph spacing option and then click on Custom Spacing. From here, under line spacing, change the number to 2. Then be sure that the spacing before and after is set to 0 and click on Apply. Now let's set up the heading of the page. List your first name and your last name. Press Enter. Enter the professor's name. Press Enter. Enter the course name and number. Press Enter. Then enter the date in day, month, and year. Then press Enter. Next, we're going to add the title, which is Annotated Bibliography, and it needs to be centered. Click on the Align option and select Center. Type the word Annotated Bibliography. Notice that this is not underlined or bold. Next, I'm going to press the Enter key. The cursor is still centered. So what I'm going to do is just press the backspace to align the cursor back to the left side. Now I am ready to start adding the citations for my sources and the annotations. I have now added the citation for my website. I have the author, title of the article, title of the website, date of publication, and the URL. The next step is to set up the hanging indentation for my citation. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the entire citation. From the top menu, I'm going to click on Format, then click on Align and Indent, then select Indentation Options. I need to make sure that the left is set to 0, the right is set to 0, and under Special Indent, I am going to select Hanging. Make sure that it's set to 0.5, then click on Apply. Once you finish typing in the citation for your first source, press the Enter key, and on a new line, you can type the annotation for your source. Remember, the annotation needs to be brief, and it needs to summarize the main points of this article, and it also needs to provide an evaluation statement. After you finish, you need to make sure that it's aligned properly. So go ahead and highlight your annotation, and we're going to indent it 1 inch from the left margin. To do so, we're going to go to the Format menu, select Align and Indent, select Indentation Options. For the left indentation, enter 1 for 1 inch. For right indentation, leave it as 0. If for some reason the special indent is selected, go ahead and bring down that menu and select None. Then click on Apply. So now your annotation is properly formatted and aligned 1 inch from the left margin. The next step is to press Enter to go to the next line. Notice that normally the cursor will still be indented 1 inch. You need to go back to the left margin. To do so, you can press the backspace key on your keyboard, and now your cursor is aligned to the left margin. And you're ready to begin your next citation. Continue this process until you've added citations for all of your sources and you've added the annotations under each of your sources. Double check your work. Make sure that it's in alphabetical order according to the author or the first entry in the citation, and then you're ready to submit the assignment. Be sure to contact us if you have any questions. Thank you for watching.